So just up making breakfast. Coffee, today's protein powder and protein bars. A little fire going to keep the mosquitoes away. Beautiful foggy morning out there. Nice temperature. That humidity and heat that we suffered with for those first few days is pretty much all gone. Very nice weather. There's Elle in the tent. Yeah, so begins another day. Noticed this forest yesterday behind us. Elle heard something last night walking through there. It might have been a moose. And full of birds. Just constant birds, all different kinds. It's nice to wake up in the morning and hear them.
Day for a paddle. Absolutely gorgeous scenery. Mist is still there. Letting Brent do all the work. And we're just coming up to our portage in a couple of minutes. Finished the portage, the first one of our day, 190 meters. Took us like 15 minutes. Well, we're just looking at the lake. It's a gorgeous little lake. So we are doing our final portage of the day. It's about 20 minutes to 9 or to 10, and we'll be into Barter Lake. It was busy last night. Just to So this is what we're going around to go for the last part of our portage. We have to go across the swamp. So we're going to walk around the edge, and Barter Lake should be somewhere over that little ridge. So we'll be there soon. This is part of the portage from the last little lake into Barter. And we went around the outside of the, we portaged around the outside of the swamp. There was no trail on the inside. And we had to cross a creek in the middle, a little creek. And yeah, we both have soakers. And we had to come up here, up over this rock. And somebody left a Javex bottle to show that this is the way in for the rest of the portage into Barter Lake. At Barter Lake, there's a cabin over there, and we're down here. I'm not sure what time it is. Anyway, talk to you later. Bye. There's supposed to be two, but we think there's only one, and it looks like nobody's ever had a fire here. Yeah.
But somebody thought to put some wood in the fire and make a nice flame. Look at it.
It's a nice little site. It'll do. Nice lake, nice breeze.
We're right in the breeze for a change. Maybe we can drive our socks in.
And there's Brent throwing everything on the ground. That's how he empties everything. And that is Neowise, the comet. It's amazing that we're getting it in daylight. Isn't that cool? I thought it was a plane.
Too big to be a plane.
Wow, look at it turn. For tonight, we had a little action. We don't know what it was. But we'll chat later. So it was an exciting day today. We did the portage out of Isbister, and then we missed one because we could paddle through, and then we had a hard time finding the other one. It was...
Well, we actually probably wandered about a half a mile west, or in the wrong direction, across this huge bridge looking for it, because there were beaver trails and game trails everywhere. So if you're looking for the final portage into Barter Lake,
Yeah.
from the second lake after Isbister, you really got to pay attention. This one was one of the hardest, and even when we finally did find it again, I found some places and started working our way through it. It was it's very hard to find, to keep track of. You could step off in no time, and then it got to the marsh part, which we weren't expecting until going to Turner. For some reason we thought it was heading to Turner, but it's actually heading into Barter. So that you have to walk around the edge, and it starts to get up to about your knees, and then you'll see somebody's hung a white jug up there, and you can see, and that's where the portage starts to go down, and it's quite steep all the way down, and then you have to cross a tiny little creek, and
and I crossed the creek, and I did a face plant with my sunglasses, And I was lucky that there was dirt because it would have been way worse. So,
She had a perfect sunglass bruise on her face today, so, and her sunglasses didn't break. But anyway, all I heard was help, and I went and looked, and she was laying on the ground. And I thought, uh-oh, it's like a little baby bounces right back. Anyway, from there, we made it down here. It took us, 2 hours, 2.5 hours to do 480.
yeah.
So in Temagami, doesn't matter how big the portage is, you never know how long it's going to take. So we gave ourselves the whole day to do that, and I think we pulled into this campsite around 12:30,
Yeah.
1 o'clock. So I mean, we had lots of time. So that just frustrating portage, and then we found this campsite, which isn't on the map where it's supposed to be. And we paddled by, there's a little cabin over there, and there's nobody there. We paddled by to go and check out our portage for tomorrow. It doesn't look like anyone's there anyway. I haven't heard anything. So we're the only ones here again tonight on this lake.
Beautiful lake.
Friday night of the August long weekend.
And we saw Neowise.
Yes.
We saw it about, I don't know, 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock, yeah, and
Yeah.
perfect blue sky right over a cloud. So that was pretty neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was neat. And then this campsite's weird. There's old garbage, and we had it on Isbister too. There's piles of old beer cans and beer bottles that are just, and they're all old from the 70s and 80s. Hardly anything recent. And and I wandered on down a little ways and found there's an old boat in there and a bunch of a little bit of camping equipment. It's like somebody was trapping marten or something. There were snares up in trees, old wires, not set, but hopefully they've been used for a while. And then there was a minnow trap, so we brought it back and actually caught some minnows, but we couldn't catch anything. This lake again is just, we didn't get a nibble out here.
No.
Same as last night, so not too impressed with the fishing in these lakes. So I think we got at least a couple more like this too. So on the map it says they're lake trout, just lake trout, so I never do good with lake trout, especially when it's the middle of the summer like this. So even the loons out there, there's 3 loons out there just floating around in the middle of the lake. So and then while we were sitting just after dinner, something big came off into the bush behind us, and probably a moose, and I yelled and it stopped. He was coming right out here, probably one of the best places to come out.
Get a drink.
Yeah, and then he turned around and left, and then came back again, and I think I heard him maybe one more time, so we made sure we hung the food up extra high today just in case it was a bear,
And blocked the way.
yeah, that's about all we can do for that. So. But besides that, it's
It's a pretty nice night.
yeah,
And
beautiful.
yeah, no wind, almost no wind.
Probably the clearest
And-
sky we've had since the first or second night.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
beautiful. It's going to be a great sunset. So sun went down over there. We have a pretty good sunrise up here, and we'll be off early tomorrow for Turner.
Yeah. And that's about it.